we're on to the last bit of the kitchen renovation, which is giving the walls some paint, adding in some shelves, getting some new bar stools, and just making it look a little bit more homely. So let's get straight into it by clearing off the worktop and giving these walls a fresh coat of paint. It's the next morning and the paint is all dry. The only problem, you can't see it on camera, but when I run my hand over it, it's really like bitty. I think the roller that we were using might have been the roller we used for the spare bedroom ceiling, which if you've seen that video was an absolute nightmare. But that paint had like sandy bits in it that give the ceiling paint some texture. There, can you see this? That's all over the wall. So I'm going to try and sand some of that off. A little better. And then I don't know if it'll need a second coat after I've done this. We only painted the same colour that was already on the wall, so it shouldn't be patchy, but it's hard to tell. I definitely need to get those bobbly bits off the wall and possibly use a different roller. You can't tell, but I've sanded down the walls, given them a quick wipe with a wet cloth just to get off any of the sanding dust. I'm now just going to go back in with just a brush, I think, and just touch up any bits that have been sanded, that have just taken off a little bit of the paint, just where there was little lumps and bumps. And then that should hopefully be the wall painted. Bar stools to replace these temporary ones that we've got, to hopefully fit the kitchen a little bit nicer. Well, I like those a lot. Gone for burnt orange because that's the colour that hopefully we're going to do the living room, this room in, and because that's open plan to the kitchen, it ties the living room and the kitchen together, and I think burnt orange and the sagey green that we've got looks really nice together, and it brings in some of the tile colour too. finally getting round to putting the shelf up. You don't want to know how long it took us to find some brackets that we wanted. It's probably the 5th iteration of the shelf bracket, but I think we're finally happy with these. So let's just get them straight up. Hopefully you can hear me over the rain. But cut the shelf, and I think we're actually going to leave it this width. We were going to do it slightly shorter, but it looks good at this width. I'm going to give it all a quick sand, and I do have a nice stain to put on it to match the rest of the wood in the kitchen. But I'm also just thinking, I do have a router there, and maybe I'm going to try and put a bit of a fancier edge along here, and I'm definitely going to round this corner a bit. So I'm going to try on a bit of scrap wood to see if I can make a fancy looking edge, and then we might try it on here. But either way, we're going to round this corner, give everything a nice sand down, and then stain it. I'm going to try this one. That one looks fancy. So I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm not going to be able to do that nicely on the normal bit of wood. So I'm just going to sand both the edges. Good idea. Need more practice. Our dream kitchen is finally finished. It took a long time to get here because there was a few little bits that needed to be done. Finally everything has come together and we love it so much. There's a few more decorative pieces I'm sure I'll fill this kitchen with, but it is Christmas time, so I'm sure these shelves are going to be filled with Christmas goodies too. And we are hosting Christmas this year and I get to make a whole Christmas lunch in my dream kitchen. There's still so much left to do in this house, so no time to stop. There'll be plenty more renovation videos coming very soon. So make sure to give the video a like, follow along to see the rest of the house renovations, and we'll see you in the next one.